do it, I ain't August, say I flew out. I just got mama a new crib. She ain't going back, go get me a rich.
Top of the morning, man. We headed to Hall of Flowers, New York. This is the first show in New York, so I'm kind of excited to see what New York got us to show. You think the energy gonna be crazy today? This the first year.
A little gloomy weather, but it's gonna be fire in there.
Yeah, I think the weather's supposed to brighten up tomorrow, but good thing it's just indoors. We gonna connect back once we get there.
I'm the owner store, like, my
Okay,
nigga.
what is
like,
it?
it's a dispensary.
Okay, cool.
Yo, I would love for you, like, you know what I'm saying?
take my
Shit, my
contact.
nigga, like, you like a fucking celebrity out here, my G. You straight
Hell
up,
nah,
no cap.
Man, bro, we was spinning around the block, bro. How long we was spinning around the block for?
A half hour.
Bro, and then we just was like, why don't we just type in fucking parking, man? So we just had to take an L. I mean, it's not really an L, $30 to park, but shit. Now we on the way to the event, man. So we gonna see what's up, man. It's supposed to be over 270 different brands from the state that's gonna be at this event. So, man, I think it's gonna go up. What you think?
Hey, movie.
Good.
All that network.
All right, man. Hey man, so we are at Hall of Flowers, New York, 2025. There's over 270 different brands, a bunch of retailers. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna connect. We're gonna try to figure out who got mids, who got exotic, figure out what are the different strategies people are using to grow their business and how we can get to the next level. I really need y'all to tune in because this is gonna be a great one. Because everybody want the boutiques. Everybody know in order to make some money, you gotta have them boutiques on your menu, man. We're gonna find a direct line on the boutique.
Two independent heating systems, two independent coils, so it allows you to have two strains in one device. Yeah. You can swap between them, hit this button once, will bring you to your first one, hit it again, you go to your other, or you could double click it and fire both at the same time. Okay. It's fully USB-C rechargeable. We've built this from the ground up though, battery and all, to where we've made it to where you shouldn't have to recharge it. We've oversized the battery. Yeah. I know one of the biggest issues I find is having to charge your vape every fucking 30 hits. So I've never wanted to have to charge it. Obviously put it on there in case it sits for months and it does die. Yeah. You can still use it. We do all different combinations. There's indicas, there's sativa indica, whatever you kind of want. We've got all different ones. And then we've got 20 flavors, 10 combinations in the glow line. Wow. There's also a scratch to verify authenticity, and then also it's a QR code, so once you
like a big thing that you guys gotta combat. Can you talk a little bit about the technology, maybe dive more into that, how to detect fakes, you know, for my audience?
Yeah. One of our biggest thing we do is the scratch to verify authenticity.
Yeah.
And obviously everything, right, someone really wants to do, they're gonna find a way to do it. So one of the biggest things we do to stay ahead of all that is our innovation. By the time they're getting to a point where they have knocked our device off, we're ready to launch our next version, our V4, our V4 Glow. Then it's gonna be our new V5 that we launch. So by the time they're able to figure this one out, we got the next one ready to go.
Can you give us a sauce on how you were able to just build the brand to like where it's at today? Because it's like all throughout the industry, you guys just have like a unique aura. Was that just like on accident, or was that calculated?
I mean, definitely just, you know, we try to put our best foot forward with anything we do, man, when it comes to the product quality and that. Obviously, putting our best foot forward in the marketing behind it as well. Obviously, we take our time, really try to do everything we can, right, to give you guys the best product we are able to. So, in our goal, man, keep doing what we do.
What are some things that you do to like lead innovation within the industry? Because you guys are always like, I think I seen a post where it was like, oh, who's gonna copy us next? So it's
Never
like,
stop trying to innovate. You know, once we have that next one ready, we're already working on the new one after that.
wow. So it's always a
Always
process.
that never dies, right? That always keeps going.
Not getting ever
The
comfortable.
second that we got that next one ready, we're already thinking of the next and trying to keep that going. So there's no lapse in that kind of period from getting that next version and stuff.
What separates you guys on the actual product side as far as like the quality in your oil? You know, because there's a reputation that a lot of carb brands kind of shortcut that, and it's known as hot dog water. How do you guys separate yourself from the pack? You know, on the actual like product side of things.
We definitely take deep dives into when it comes to all of our oil, sourcing all of our oil and things like that. Our terpenes, from our terpenes, everything on our terpenes are all especially formulated for us. We do all of our terpene manufacturing. Everything's proprietary to us. Same thing with the oil. I mean, we don't just go out and buy whatever we can. Right? We make sure. And then also too, it's like we're trying to provide at a price point that you usually see things like distillate at, where everything on our end is all melted diamonds. We have a very strict SOP, kind of what we follow to meet those requirements that we see fit for our brand.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the audience? Any words of wisdom that you could leave with people who are trying to get into the industry but maybe don't know where to start?
Keep pushing. Keep pushing, man. It's like, you know, everyone's got their place. Where you can read it, man. Keep innovating, keep going, man.
Okay, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah.
What the fuck? We're really out here, bro. All these people are ordering. I just left this here like no one would take it.
Walk us through a little bit about like what's the inspiration for this?
So pretty much this is a winning circle, this is a winning team. So we came out of New York, we're looking for really good partners, and we've been talking to a lot of people, but stay loyal to home, work with one of our good friends, brought us out here, but not only did it bring us out here, he has Super Dope out here, Crown OG, all the brands you're familiar with in California, and then the New York brands as well, like Basins is out here, so creating a winning team out here.
Yeah, what's been the biggest challenge of launching in New York?
Launching in New York, honestly, learning the market, because like sour dudes and the OGs don't sell here. Everyone wants to smoke candies.
Of course.
So when I was walking to the show, I'm talking to people and they're telling me this. I'm like, okay. So just learning the market, it's not really hard. It's just learning the market, but finding really good partners was the hardest. Now we're entering in quality control. I just literally had a meeting with a quality control guy for a minute that's filling and doing everything for us out here, you know? So now next step is put into the stores, show the stores love, bring the people from the streets into the stores too as well, because I can't get the actual product. It is what it is, you know what I mean? So a way to find our product official way. So that's the number one thing we're doing. After that, when you start, you kind of figure out like, hey, I need to do this right here. It's like just taking steps, bro. Just, honestly, I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Why now?
I think things just fell into place. That's what it is, right time. I just launched my store that you've seen. I launched all the new products. Duo's going nuts right now. So expansion time.
It just makes sense. And you didn't have to force it.
got your shout out, bro. Shout out, bro. You could be seeing me with this hat.
Yeah. I need the stamp, the big chief stamp.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, now it's my turn, bro.
Okay,
Come on.
man.
Manufacturing, we have multiple manufacturers, multiple one person that distros.
Okay.
Well, we have different manufacturers for different things. I wanted like, let's just say Canada's right here, all the East Coast right here. Imagine distribution when it's like legally everywhere. Now you're like, you have like an Amazon warehouse type thing. You gotta grow because people have to get your product somehow. So that's what we're doing right now. People want the product. How are you gonna get into their hands?
Yeah.
So whatever ways it's better for me to work with people to do that or do it myself. Because I want to expand more and more. So if I'm worried about this all day, it's gonna be like, all right, cool. I can come do my quality control. Yeah. Quality control. Yeah. Plus they got good food here. You see what we did last night.
Hey, crazy, man. I didn't get an invite, man.
You wanna come out with us?
Yeah. You doing it again?
I got plans this whole week.
Okay.
The real party starts
You
tonight.
do I got your number?
I don't know.
Wait, so who needs a pass? Big Trill, man.
So we out here.
Yeah. Huh?
Excuse me, my bad.
What?
Give him a hat.
Oh, you need one? Yeah.
Shout it out though. You got to
Yeah,
say.
you gotta shout it out.
Make Chapin great again.
That's it. My boy. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Shit works.
Come on. I knew it.
Wait, you used to be a jeweler?
Me not.
Oh, okay.
I just like jewelry. I just love jewelry.
Yes, sir. You got it.
And I'm wearing red and shit, so imagine.
What the right?
Oh.
Now it's a flash. That makes sense.
I've been watching so many of the fucking videos.
Oh, Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Facebook. You put out valuable content. I just don't retain it very well.
Yeah.
But I sit there and watch it, and you
Okay.
put out facts 100%.
Man, I appreciate you,
Yeah,
brother.
absolutely, bro. Yeah,
Okay.
dope to see you.
Yeah.
For
What's
sure.
your name?
Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. From the Flowery in Staten
Okay,
Island.
okay.
Yeah. We have like 12 of them across New York.
Okay.
All over New York.
Okay.
Hell yeah, bro.
Let me check y'all out.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, bro.
Facebook, man.
Facebook going numbers.
Hey, you got to be on all platforms, bro. You can't just be locked in on one platform. You got to be diversified, brother. Yeah.
Anytime, man.
Thank you. Omar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Green
bro.
Truth, the video
Appreciate
on
you.
YouTube.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. So I make content in the space. Okay. I just teach people how to level up in the industry. And just try to get the game strategies. You know how they can break in and scale up.
That's needed.
Yeah.
How'd you break in?
So I started a delivery service in 2018 and started from zero, scaled it to a 7-figure business. Started making content on YouTube and noticed there was, people looking for that information. And last year I just really really took it serious and, I built my IG from 0 followers all the way. I got like over 80K. So I actually did at MJ Discon. I did some content for you guys. Yeah, somebody from your team. give to somebody who wants to break into the industry but they don't know where to start?
It's research. Like go online and study all you can, but also come to events like this and talk to people. You know, because you come to an event like this, you pretty much got a snapshot of the whole market. If someone takes the time to go and have some conversation.
250 brands here. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's not just it's cultivators, it's
software
lights,
companies,
it's everything. So it's one place like this, conferences like this, you can get a sense of what the whole industry is about and kind of get in where you
got to invest in yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to get out and network and be proactive.
Yeah, to me that's the biggest education part is actually talk to people that are doing it, because you'll talk to people that are doing it and you'll hear something and you'll be like, I think I'd be really good.
Yeah. I guess last, what's the vision for the overall brand for the company? What are some words, I guess, of encouragement that you can say to close it out?
For me, it's bigger than just business. The business to me is just an opportunity to get the message out. But our tagline is smart greatness. My whole thing as being a football player is be your best all the time. For me, cannabis helps me get there.
Yeah.
And for everyone to have your own story about your relationship with cannabis. Because it's so fresh and it's so new, I think that's what's going to persist. And my big mission is to change people's minds about this plant.
That's definitely interesting because my entry into the space is a lot different because, like yourself, I was a D1 football player and I played at Vanderbilt. So when I got out of college, as you know, they don't teach you things about business, about credit, how to live your life outside of the realms of being an athlete. So, the delivery service was my first step into what it's like to be an owner, having employees, putting your money up on the line, and you don't know if you're going to make anything back. So that's like what you said, that's my experience with the industry.
That's the other thing I would say, is don't be afraid to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to mistake. Because wisdom comes from making mistakes.
Yeah.
If you're afraid to make mistakes, you don't get no wisdom. So don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for giving the audience.
Let's move out of the way.
Little boy, my.
That does not mean that it's exotic. That doesn't mean that this is top tier quality. The only thing that matters is the genetics and who grew it.
This is my boy Dave. He got a license for manufacturing, cultivation. But long story short, you feel me? Like, we see what you do, you feel me? We come from that, and now we're going to legal market.
Okay, that's what's up, bro.
Really respect what you do, you feel me? In terms of like helping people focus on growing and being beneficial in the long term.
Just understanding business, man, and I'm glad you took that step because you definitely want to build something. You don't want to just be on that hamster wheel of like, how am I going to make it out? So sometimes you got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
There's a limit when you don't do things the legal way. When you have that legal outlet, that amount of volume you can do, you feel me, and the way that you can make
how you can leverage, you can leverage your brand and leverage your business to further yourself, get more assets. Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie, my man's the epitome of that, you feel me? Like, I do the marketing and the branding, so like the bags, the designs, the merchandise, and then I'm coming out with my brand under the house.
How do you guys separate yourself from 99% of other brands in the space?
Right now, when it comes to the jersey market, it's the packaging, but at the same time, the quality too. It's hard to find good quality in jersey when it comes to indoor, but when it comes to the marketing and the packaging, it's really having stuff that pops out on the shelf. That was my main focus working with him was we're going to do this, we're going to stand out. You feel me?
Do it the right way.
About a year and a half in, we're probably one of the top 5 brands in the market.
Congratulations.
150, working on 200 stores. This month, I'm going for THCA, but working with him to lab test stuff that I'm getting from Cali that's still quality, but then following along those regulations.
For other people in the black market, what's been the hardest thing that you had to overcome in order to transition into the legal market?
I would say just capital. Like, it's not enough of us out here with capital. Coming from the inner city, everybody don't got money. Like, for me, I had to work my way through. Like the legacy side, like you got to use that, use what you got to get further. Like the access to capital, like it's with cannabis being like federally illegal. Banks ain't giving us money, and then our connections in the inner city, like other black folks gotta help other black folks out. I'm gonna say this loud and clear. Other black folks gotta help others get into the industry. Like myself, I'm helping my brother out right now. He helped me get to where I'm at right now. It takes a team. At the end of the day, not one person is gonna be able to do it by themselves. So like I said, other black folks have to help other black folks get put on. Because at the end of the day, how else are we supposed to elevate? I've come from the town, like I come from Trenton, New Jersey. I mean, my mom, she had nothing.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that I was able to put myself out there on my last $500 that I had in the legal industry, flew out to Chicago with, in the back of my mind, like, yo, I'm not leaving here with no money. I made something happen with myself to, like, yo, it takes a lot. So, you know, the perseverance and the team and the sacrifice, that's everything that you're gonna need to get through this successfully.
Last thing, so the hustler that got 100K in their shoebox, what do you tell them? Why should they go legal?
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like there's a limit when it comes to like trapping. At the end of the day, you feel me, you can get as big as you want, but it comes with a risk. You feel me? The same amount of money that you're gonna make on the black market, you can make in the legal industry. Yeah, you have to pay taxes, but you're not risking your life every single day. You feel me? And at the end of the day, there's not wrong with that. You feel me? We have to come from that to get to the capital we need to get there. But like you said, it takes a team. You feel me? You're trying to do everything by yourself. You want to be the kingpin. You want to be the big boss. You feel me?
It's only so far you can
down
get.
that line ain't getting paid like you is, and it's not legal. You feel me? What stops them from going and doing something to get more money? You feel
People
me?
don't think that far, man.
Wait, hold on. What was your question again?
To the young hustler that got 100K in a shoebox, why should they go legal in anything? It don't have to be in the cannabis industry. But I get that question a lot. Like, bro, I'm not going legal. I got money. I got keys. I got
Why
cars.
should they go legal, right? There's one thing about Jay-Z that always stood out about him. But he always said, like, having credit is power. So that's the reason why you should go legal. Because at the end of the day, like, your money get cleaned up. I mean, credit gonna leverage you more than your cash leverage you. That's the reason you should go legal. You turn that 100K into fucking a whole mill. Easy. You go to Chase, you go to fucking Santander. What other banks that's giving it up right now? Navy Fed. They give it.
This sauce right here.
Man, let me pull out the cards on why you should go legal, right? You start walking around with these, bro, with a whole business on it. Oh, it's covered. Yeah. It's covered. Come on now. You go legal.
Okay. Yeah, folks are gonna understand one way or another whether they gotta understand because they went through something or they just gonna do it themselves because they see the bigger vision. But yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So my brand is coming out next year. It's called Safari Tame the Wild. We're bringing more black women industries into the market. I am backed by the Women's Cannabis Chamber.
Talk about why that has to be, why that needs to be emphasized.
So our representation is a lot greater than everybody else's. Why? Because we did not get the spaces and we did not get the advocacy from our side just to put us in these industries. We always get penalized for smoking. We always got jailed, and it's like there's not a lot of women in that industry, and a lot of the male-dominated spaces need more representation from our side.
What would you tell other women who want to get into this space? What do they need to do? What are some actionable steps that they can take in 2025?
So for me, just a little background, I came in through the Long Island Cannabis Coalition. They're an advocacy group for members in Long Island City, full of cultivators, growers, and brands. So we all stick together. And then again, the Women's Cannabis Chamber of Commerce, they're a big advocacy group for women trying to get into the industry. Anybody just looking, I'm a legacy, so we're trying to bring legacy to legal. Anybody that's trying to get psilocybin, New York State certified. Again, just stick with the women, see what's going on. LinkedIn is a big advocate. Everybody can't pay for these $600 memberships to get into these spaces. That's a big thing.
But sometimes you gotta invest in yourself.
Exactly.
You do gotta sacrifice, you gotta invest in yourself.
Right, and collaborations. I'm big on collaboration, so
and if you do pay to go here, you better use your time wisely. You don't just walk around being scared. Go up to people, and if you do want to pay and come to these events.
Right, and then just for example, CultureCon, right? A lot of people didn't think they got anything from it. You gotta network, you gotta speak to people. You don't know what you're supposed to get from it. Nobody puts anything in your hand. When you get in the space, you get to a certain level, and it's a helping hand, So just
you gotta go
stay down. Yep.
Thank you
stay positive.
So much.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
You not famous?
Regular person. What's up, brother? You was at the Reverie.
Yeah. My name's Bizarre Royale. I'm a dispensary owner.
Okay. Neo.
Nice to meet you.
What's your dispensary?
The Brooklyn Bazaar number.
Okay.
My name's Bizarre Royale. You can Google me. We trying to sell bud. You know what I'm saying? We used to sell music, now we're selling bud.
What was the hardest thing about opening your dispensary?
It's hard as shit. Literally right now, just got the okay to move forward with final licensing, but I've been in this for almost 4 years.
Oh, so it's not open yet?
Yeah, I've been in this for like almost 4 years.
Just trying to stack the bricks, trying to go through the process.
Stay away from predatory lending, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of shit that goes on. There's a lot of predatory shit that go on here.
Out of all the business models, why did you pick a dispensary?
Well, I got caught up when I was younger off of this, and so it was awful to me when I took care of my business. So I took it and ran with it. But it's supposed to make my life better. And you know, I've just been feeling like I'm in a casino for the last 3 years. To be really honest with you. I just feel like I'm in a casino, and then you win a little bit for a minute, and then they take it all. You get to the goalpost, but you never get to score. And you move the goalpost. But you know, like I said, I'm holding my shit down.
Yeah, you gotta stay consistent.
You gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay
Keep your
strong.
head down.
It's a blood sport. It's a blood sport.
And take it a day at a time, man. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna quit. And I've come too far to go back.
Say that one
so
more time.
I'm coming through you, even if I have to chew through you.
Say that one more time.
I've come too far. I've left nothing in the tank for the swim back, which means I'm going through, even if I have to chew you.
Man, you gotta have that mentality in business, man. It's life or death. Survival of the fittest, man. You had to realize that, man, but it's too late now. You got to figure it out.
My name is Bizarre Royale. Google me. Check me out. This guy's famous.
No, I'm not. All right,
this guy, look. If they say you're famous. Look, I ain't know who you were. And this is dispensary owner as well.
But you know that already.
Tell us about your dispensary.
Green Cup out of Regal Park, 9538 Queens Boulevard.
Is it operational?
Yeah. I've been open for like 4 months now.
And it's fly as shit.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice location.
What separates you from 99% of other dispensaries in the space?
I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the real thing. Like, I'm not all cookie cutter, you know what I'm saying? I'm raw. I'm going to give it to you how I am, you know what I'm saying? So I think you're going to get the best experience because I come from legacy and I know what the customer wants. You know what I'm saying? I know how to sell cannabis, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Talk about some of the financial literacy that you need to have in order to run a dispensary because I feel like a lot of people have a misconception about just owning a business in general. They just think it's easy. They think people are going to give you things. They think that customers are just going to walk into the door and you're just going to be able to pay all your bills and have money to put in your pocket. So talk about some of those.
It's a dog fight out here. I'm going to let y'all know, for real. If you don't have the money, first of all, you have to find investors. Investors, they want everything. So if you can find investors that's fair with you, you're ahead of the game. A lot of people got, a lot of predatory situations out. In order to survive in this game, you're gonna have to be in the red for a while, you know what I'm saying? So you think you're gonna just open the doors and start making millions? I don't think so. But at the end of the day, it's gonna eventually get there, but you're gonna have to go through the dog fight. You have to work, you have to go through that grind, and eventually you're gonna get up there. Like right now, like I said, I've been open 4 months. Things ain't up right now, but I know they're getting better because every day I see the uptick because I'm in that dog fight and I'm working. And I'm like I said, I'm new, so it's gonna happen.
You gotta have that level of like confidence. Hey, you don't believe in yourself. Why should anybody else believe in you?
Right. I get that, and at the end of the day, I believe in me 100,000%. I bet on me all day. That's why I'm into this. I'm legacy. I stopped legacy for this, so I knew I was gonna win no matter what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm me.
Yeah. Talk about like why you felt it was a right move to leave the streets or to leave the black market and go legal. Because a lot of people, I feel like they have trouble figuring out like what path is best for them. But like, why did you think that was a smart move? Because you said that you left the black market and you were like, man, I'm gonna go all in on the legal side.
I like to move different. That's one thing. So I know my people, a lot of my people still legacy. I know they still, they do their thing, but I want to move I want to be different. Plus, I want to create generational wealth for my family. I have kids, you know what I'm saying? And I know, selling them packs, you're going to get money and all that, but I burn that money quicker than anything else.
Fast money.
I was burning it. But this right here, I appreciate it. Every dollar, bro, I appreciate it.
Because you know how hard it is to get.
Yeah, man. So that legacy that I want for my kids, the generational wealth, is the reason why. That was future alone. I got kids that I love my kids, I love to take care of them, and I want to make sure when I'm gone, they have something for them, and that's what this is about.
To close it out, what advice would you leave to somebody who wants to get into this space but doesn't know where to start?
Well, I'll say first, get on the internet, man. Go to YouTube University. Follow this guy. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here got a lot of good information. I'm not gonna lie, on Instagram and all that.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you,
I
bro.
appreciate
For real.
you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
For the opportunity, bro. For real.
There's some words of motivation to those who, man, they may not be on the right path, but they want better for their life.
Yo,
what
listen,
do you tell them?
let me tell you something. There's no expiration date on this, bro. You're gonna get this, bro. Just take your time. Most people in the world, believe it or not, don't get rich until their 40s and their 50s. So you be thinking in your 30s and your 20s,
You
your
watch
time is up.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, don't let
that's
that
not
hype,
real.
bro. That's not real, bro. The real life is just wait for your turn. It's gonna happen. If you stay down in the dog fight, it's gonna happen.
You want to tell us about your dispensary, some of the challenges that it took to get to where you at right now?
Well, how you doing? This is Kareem, big ass dispensary owner. I've been real legacy to legal. That's all I ever did, been in this world. So anybody who know my history, know my story, it was inevitable I was supposed to be a dispensary owner.
Why did you pick a dispensary out of all the other business models in the space?
I mean, in the legacy side, I was known for getting the best product and being able to sell the best product at a rapid rate, so it was only right.
What's the biggest misconception people have about this industry, about making money and being successful?
Well, the biggest misconception for me, everybody think as soon as you get a dispensary, it's like a lotto ticket. You automatically rich.
Yeah.
It does not work like that. It's like any other business. You gotta have the proper structure, discipline, and you just gotta really work hard.
Any other words of advice, motivation? Where can they follow you? Where can they support you?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at @BigGasDispensary_. And words of encouragement, just don't let nobody tell you you can't do it.
Yeah.
Chase your dream until it comes to reality, no matter what it is.
Yes, sir.
And any business, start from the ground up and just work your way up.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Yo, nice to meet
Thank you so much.
I watch you all the time.
Okay.
Too. Yeah, Neo.
You, huh?
Yeah, you gotta come by.
Okay.
Warehouse. I'm right next door.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Dispensary. We also have the event space.
Okay.
Calvin runs.
Oh, okay.
We could definitely do something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We'll figure something out. Yeah, for sure. Yes,
People sometimes say today, we did about 20,000 knockbacks last year.
I'm Chris. I own a micro from the Bronx. So basically, we're a legacy grower. My father's been in the game 20 plus years. We come from the legacy market. And, when the license came out, we had to hop straight in.
What separates you guys from 99% of other brands?
A lot of the other brands, like huge MSOs, they have like a ton of square footage. We're a very small batch. So everything is hand touched by us. I'm one of 5 employees that we have. The company's ran by me and my father. We have 2 growers and 2 trimmers. So everything's super small batch.
Talk about the difference when you're growing on a scale of commercial compared to small batch. Because commercial you may be able to pump out more units and maybe make more money, but small batch, the attention to detail and just the overall experience in most cases are a lot better.
It's completely different. A lot of the large MSOs, they really just want to produce as much quantity as possible. But when you're going to produce as much quantity as possible, you kind of get to leave out on the quality side.
QC.
Exactly. So when we grow stuff, it only touches about 4 hands as opposed to being touched by 100 hands. So you don't get that experience anywhere else.
And I think in them large grow rooms, like they may not even really touch it. It's all machines and
well, you still do have a couple defoliations.
But the amount of time that's spent with
1,000%. As soon as they're done with their product, they'll go into a trimming machine. Instead of us, where everything is hand trimmed. We have a trimming machine. But when you run it through a trimming machine, you destroy the nugs. You destroy the terpenes, you destroy the trichomes, and everything gets destroyed. So it's going to save a lot of time and man hour, but you don't get that quality.
Sacrifice something,
1,000%.
So as far as genetics, how important does genetics play into the role of your company?
Oh my goodness, it's a very big part. And so we do like a small batch, and
stop taking shortcuts. If it's not up to quality, stop trying to sell that shit. Throw that shit in the trash.
You gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, but my fault, yeah.
Yeah, but that's basically us, man. A very small grow, attention to detail.
Talk about someone being young like yourself, wanting to get into the space.
Yo,
what advice
crazy
would you
enough, I've fucking been watching your videos like for a long time. I'm seeing when you had like no views, I'm looking up.
For real?
Like I'm dead eyes.
Yeah, that
like,
means
how
a lot,
to trap,
brother.
all that, trappers versus scam. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm watching your shit.
Yeah, I
and then I
appreciate
see you
bro.
here and I'm like, nah, we really in the same room because we're doing it, you know? That's kind of some motivation too, bro, because in comparison to like a lot of people, you see a lot of older people, you don't have a lot of young people running brands. You have a lot of young people like sales reps, etc., bartenders, but actually running a brand, it's one of few people. It's a lot of people with a lot of money. So, you know, as a young guy, you got to come in, change the game, switch up the packaging, add a little flair.
Yeah.
All the above.
That's what's up, brother. Hey, man, I want to commend you for taking your shot, making the most out of your opportunities. Because being young in life, man, you don't want to have regrets, 10 years from now. Even if you fail, it doesn't matter, bro. It's all about what you learn. And shit, at least you can say, I did it. A lot of folks can't say they did it. A lot of folks can't say they started. And that's the first step, bro.
And
So I
it's
wanna
not easy. You got to work every day. We're outside every day trying to grow a brand from the bottom.
Right. All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, sir. So can you introduce your company?
Yeah, hi. So my name is Shayla. I work for Rogue Brand based out in California, and today we're in New York with it.
What do you do for the brand?
So I handle sales. Right now I'm a Massachusetts sales rep. I handle Central and Western Mass. And in New York, I'm helping out with some events.
Somebody who wants to get into sales in this space, what advice would you give them?
Do the work you think you don't have to do. Because you need to sometimes work for free to get to the next level. So whether we want to hear it or not, you got to put in the work. Sometimes you got to put in the long hours. Sometimes you don't get paid nothing, but it all works out. And I think the sales position is like the first taste of success when it comes to that. Like just grind, and then from there you make it what you want from there.
What is some advice you would give to a woman in this space who doesn't know where to start, but is definitely interested in finding a way and really just trying to find her path?
My advice is don't be afraid. You can step in this room with the biggest, baddest man that thinks he is whoever, and you can hold your own as long as you know what you're doing and you're confident and you believe in what you're doing. So don't let being a woman be like your downfall. It's the most powerful thing in the world, I think.
Man, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. And a real geneticist. A real deal geneticist, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I like hearing how this will come.
Tell the people who you are, a little bit about your background.
Sure. My name is Champelli. I grew up in San Francisco, California. I've been growing since the late 80s, basically. Making strains, naming strains, kicking off the game, you know what I mean? I had a record label in mid 90s. I had clothing going on and I had weed going on. So it was like an organic little lifestyle cannabis brand.
talk about, you know, being authentic, being original, having organic growth. Can you touch a little bit on that? Because a lot of times people in this space think that you could just manufacture growth. Like you could just put millions of dollars into this and it's gonna result into you being the biggest. So somebody who really got it from the mud, like what's your perspective on that? Like just being organic and being true to yourself, because it served you well, for sure.
You know, a lot of these brands, they get made, you know, to be 8 white guys in a boardroom. Let's come up with a name, and we got a bunch of hedge fund money or whatever. We're going to come out with this brand. And you know, you've seen it. It's been billions and billions of dollars that have been thrown at brands and things, and they come and they go. You know what I mean? And I think it's a testament to people who really grow organic movements out the mud. You know what I mean? With real meaning and real substance, and that's ultimately what's going to last. I've been doing it for, you know, since the late 80s, early 90s, you know, in some shape or form the whole time. I've been involved with the culture, and I'm still here to talk about it, which is a blessing, and I'm super humbled and thankful for that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, I'm at the point also where it's like, it's time to collect in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta cash out.
You gotta cash out and come in, you know what I mean? In the sense that it's like,
you don't gotta sell out.
Not sell out, but you gotta make it make sense. Right? So now I'm putting everything in position to do so where the worth and the value is there to where it makes sense when the time comes. So I'm piecing all the pieces of the puzzle. But coming back to the organic growth and all that stuff, it's super important no matter what you're doing to be authentic to yourself and what you believe in. And for me, it's just been chasing a dream. I really always aligned with the plant. That's been part of me forever. So it's not something contrived. It's all organic. You know what I mean? Follow what resonates with you, what really makes sense.
How important is genetics in this day and age? Because a lot of folks, quite frankly, y'all just throwing anything in them jars and bags and thinks it's gonna move. How important is genetics? How important is quality? How important is maybe not getting the most yield out of something, but knowing that what you're putting out to the world is actually something that people is gonna enjoy and want to come back and purchase again?
I mean,
from a real geneticist.
Man, some of the most fire weed is some of the least yielding weed. I've been seeing, you know, you'll make something and be like, damn, this is so fire, but it doesn't yield barely, you know what I mean? But it'll be the most fire. And like, so what is that? What is that about nature that it'll give you the most purest, most fire stuff, but it doesn't yield the most, right? How ironic is that, right? But I believe when you look throughout history and things, genetics are super important. And you know, if you're trying to build a brand or build a business or just even enjoy product, right? You know, it's the experience that you get from these things. And it's like genetics, if you look over time in history, all these different things have left a mark and that resonate on. You go back to Colombian gold or Panama red or, you know, all these different strains.
Lamb's bread,
Lamb's bread, skunk, and, you know, all these different
White
things,
widow,
right? White widow, all of these things have made their mark and made a movement out. And now you go up to Skittles, you go to cookies, you go to gelato, you go to sherbet, you go to
LCG,
you go to LCG, you go to Runts, you go. Okay, so all these things create billion-dollar industries out of them, right? You know what I mean? So when I did it with the Champelli and the champagne, this is when everything was still illegal. You had to be super on the low with everything, you know. So at the time, I couldn't capitalize on it where I wanted to, you know what I mean? Obviously, I mean, I still capitalized on it, don't get me wrong.
Still got time on the shot clock.
I still made money on it back then in a different way. But now it's like having the right genetics right now in a cultivation makes all the difference. Because you could be growing some shit that's just garbage. Your genetics in your grow room matter so much. You know what I mean? Having the right genetics in there is a game changer, basically. So super important. Genetics, you know what I mean? Is everything. You could be growing some shit, it'll be turning out total crap, change the genetics, and boom, next thing you know, because even good genetics grown bad turn out good.
Wow. Say that one more time.
Even good genetics grown bad will turn out good if it's done, you know what I mean? If you got them real genetics back in the day, people would grow Kush, the real OG Kush back in the day, would get powder mildew and be fucked up, and they'd still be selling it for $6 bands a pound. Woo!
you everything that you did within this industry to pave the path for, you know, people like me, I guess, to close it out, like, what are some words of wisdom, some advice that you can give to people who don't know where to start, but have like a vision like yourself, like they know that this is what they want to do, but it's just like, man, I don't know where to start.
For me, I was always standing on the shoulders of giants. I looked up to OG smugglers, OG growers. It used to be like almost like a gentleman's game back in the day. First, you gotta have respect, you gotta have honor, you gotta have trust, you gotta have all these things that are the codes, honestly, to get ahead in life, whatever you're doing, not only just with the hustle, right? So you gotta put your best foot forward, and really just, if you got a dream or you got something you're trying to do, whether it's in cannabis or whatever it is, you gotta apply yourself, surround yourself with the right people, self-regulation. You gotta make sure that you stick to the script of what you're really trying to do. Put in them hours. When they say 10,000 hours, it's like 100,000, 200,000 hours you gotta put in on shit in order to get forward to where you're really trying to go. So I would just say focus and just clarity and figure out what it is you're trying to do in life. And then from there, just keep building with like-minded people and just keep going. The universe has a way of opening up doors for you too. I mean, providing.
You get out what you put in, man. That's how the universe works.
It's energy, right? Like if you're feeling low, you got no energy, you go in, you work out, you take a walk, boom, all of a sudden you got more energy.
The world opens up,
now
man.
you're like, I feel good. You put that energy out, it's gonna come back.
Man, I appreciate you, brother.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you're doing too, man. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Man, I love it, man.
Thank you, brother.
It's good seeing you at the event, bro. You found the Chinaman yet?
Man, we looking, bro.
Hey.
We looking. We looking around.
You might find him.
We looking. We might find him, man, but you know, I don't think they,
man,
they
have
don't
a
really
good time
be
at
here.
the event, though,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
It's good meeting you.
Appreciate you. Hey, man, day one. We out of here, man. There's a lot of cool brands, a lot of cool people that we met with. But yeah, man, we'll be back for day two, man. Gonna network a little bit more, connect with some more folks, check out some more brands, check out some more products, man. So day two, let's get it. Hey, man, yeah, I was looking for you. Oh, okay, yeah, we was looking for you. Yeah.
Packs right here.
Yeah.
Triple infused.
Triple infused.
Everything made in-house, solventless hash, diamonds, Wilton, Keith.
Yeah.
Check these babies out right here. Comes with an ultra premium baseball card. But this isn't the only thing that's premium. Because this right here, this will knock you on your ass. This is some crazy shit. Don't let the size fool you.
What's the inspiration behind the baseball cards and stuff like that?
Baseball, it's like opening up that feeling of opening a fresh pack of baseball cards, you know? You got a baseball card, you got the joints, it's just sublime.
All right, man, appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
I don't know how you popped up on my shit, but bro, I love his shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
You really going with that shit. Get this man a TV show. I don't know who's doing this shit, but this motherfucker needs a TV show. That shit going, bro. For real, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, keep that shit up. Yeah, stay tuned.
Love.
We got a whole lot of bubbas out here, man. Spray packs and all.
Wait, we got mids or we got, what are you seeing?
It's a whole lot of mid. I ain't gonna lie, a whole lot of mid. I think everybody brought their 3 to 4 month ago packs. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of mids. Y'all gotta step it up, New York, man. I've seen a couple of people with some genetics, but.
Yeah, no, I seen some fire. I forgot the name of it. Dude gave me a jar, but.
Most of it, spray and mid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even mind the mids if it's not sprayed. I'd rather.
What you come here for? Just check it out?
Come chill.
What's the brand?
Ronnie Farm.
Oh, okay. What do you got specialized? You got some genetics or something like that? Or?
Cultivation.
Oh, okay. Talk us a little bit through that. Like, what did you guys have to do to build out the cultivation to get everything up and running and everything compliant?
You need a team first.
Huh?
You need a team first.
Oh, okay.
Reliable people. You can't do everything by yourself. And then have good genetics.
Good genetics. Yeah. Okay. What's some of the genetics that you guys running right now?
Permanent marker.
Okay.
Brunch berry. We got truffle. Santa marker. Pie. Brain stain.
to the audience, words of encouragement, motivation, and just where they can follow and support you guys.
Our IG is Bronny_farm. Hit us up whenever. If you're trying to step into the growth space, just be confident in what you're doing. Stay true to yourself, and just know you always need a team.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my guy.
As a real geneticist, as a real grower, what is ZA? What is exotic? Because there's a lot of misconceptions in today's age.
It's weed grown the proper way, not cutting corners, and every step of the way just being, true to the plant and not selling yourself short.
Does it got to do anything with it being purple? Anything with it?
Purple, weed definitely moves.
Okay.
But, not just because it's purple doesn't mean it's going to be side, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's batch for batch, just like the consistency.
It's the real Chinaman. Yeah, I see you getting to it, man. Oh, yes.
Oh, it's strong.
Oh, yeah. What's all the notes?
Oh, the note is we are selling our device to the other companies. So we are doing the
you
note.
got all the notes.
Yeah, the note to prepare the board.
You got to say that one more time.
You have to prepare, and you can do it successful for your business.
Yeah, you got to prepare.
Keep moving.
Yeah, all right, man. Appreciate you. You got to. That's the real Chinaman. See, that's why they're ahead of y'all, man. Because they taking notes, they doing due diligence, they doing research, they preparing. That's how you stay ahead, man. A lot of y'all just be out here freestyling, just be doing anything willy-nilly. Bro got a whole professor suit, a whole notebook, man.
We got 2 different flower brands. We're from Saratoga County, upstate New York.
Okay.
So we do these all our mixed light greenhouse grown flower.
Yeah.
We were one of the first conditional cultivator licenses that went out in New York like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So outdoor we've been growing for 3-4 years. One of our owners has a CBD farm in Oregon. People always want to push the envelope further and make the best thing possible. And the only way to get those crazy high THC percentages and you're really is indoor. So in your mind is the best. You're pushing it forward.
Correct.
But it's not necessarily pushing the plant forward in the best way. You know what I mean? So it's the full spectrum of the sun is the main difference. You know what I mean?
Meet that sun up there, man.
Indoor just truly does not create the full spectrum of cannabinoids. The terp profile doesn't come out the same. The spectrum of cannabinoids doesn't come out the same.
Yeah.
When you smoke something that is still sun-grown, it feels like more of a natural high. The high is more long-lasting. I always notice when I smoke indoor, you get really high right away, and then it's just gone in an hour. I hate that, you know what I mean? So it's like a longer-lasting high. It's a more real flavor experience, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's more connection to nature.
Because I feel like
more natural.
Yeah, I feel like indoor is it's genetically being modified to bring out whatever traits they wanted to bring out. But it's they're trying to bring out the high THC, but it's I feel like it's a sliding scale because if you're trying to bump up the THC, there's other spectrums of the flower that's not getting,
I think we just prioritized the wrong things. Everybody went for THC and making it as fire as possible, but if you ask growers from 20 years ago who made all these strains that we smoke today, who made all these land-based strains, that's not what they were going for. That wasn't the goal. The goal should be put the plant in its best environment for it to do its best thing, not try and tell the plant what it's going to do and how to, we try to put it into a mold. It's not really, I always say the easiest way to say it is growing indoor is a lab environment, growing outdoor is its plant's natural environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put a plant indoors, it didn't start like that. It wasn't meant for that. But yeah, I don't have any of the outdoor flower. I wish I could show you. This is the other thing I always say to people. Indoor is an easy label to throw on your bag in the dispensary, especially if you're these big med growers, these ROs that are growing indoor all the time. Good outdoor and bad indoor are not as far away from each other as people think. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Just because it's indoor don't mean it's going to smoke good. You know what I mean?
Doesn't. Yeah, it can smoke like air.
Yeah, it can be no flush to it. You know what I mean? Shove a bunch of nutrients in it, and but it's indoor, so it's.
That means I'm gonna charge $3,000 a piece. Is there anything else that you like to share with the audience about your brand or about just the vision for the company?
Even beyond our brand, just all of the the legal industry. Don't be scared to shop at dispensaries. I said it last night to a guy that it was I watched the light bulb go off in his head. You don't shop at a dispensary because it's better weed. You shop at a dispensary because it's clean. You know where it comes from. You know what you're smoking. You're supporting New York founded business. We are all people who grew up in upstate New York. We're all hands in the dirt doing this. I mean, I started on the
the farm for years ago. It's me, the owners, all of us are very close. You're supporting like a real business. You're not just giving your money to whatever conglomerate across the country. Who knows if they're a criminal or if they're, you know what I mean?
China, man.
I didn't say any specific criminals for a reason. Yeah. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of groups of them. But yeah, man, you're just supporting local business. You're smoking something cleaner. You're taking care of yourself. So yeah, that's what we're here for.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Much love, man.
They got LCG on the black market and on the legal market, man. The real LCG.
Melanie, actually keep that in your hand.
Oh.
No.
Oh, what? Oh, I didn't know.
You did not follow directions.
What is this going for wholesale? Like,
Wholesale is $22.50.
Okay.
Yeah, retail's
So
at
that's about a $3,000 pound. Hey, man. $3,000 piece, man. Y'all say they don't exist.
Boutique in Stravinsky's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Man, that's what's up. Oh, wait, so you're an owner? Oh, okay, yeah. I was over at the booth chopping it up and stuff like that. Yeah. How'd you,
Can we not put this on?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
What you mean? We all
How did you even know that you could do that?
Well, first of all, we pay attention to when the laws are switching.
Yeah.
And we sovereign, so we can do whatever we want. We were really the first ones to kind of jump out there, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And we kind of got New York shook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we out here, dude.
How's it going?
Beautiful. He be saying the same shit I'll be saying, dude. Like dead ass serious. You could tell this nigga really been in the street. You could tell he really been out there. And if you've been out there, you can know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be following everybody on Instagram, dog. And I'm following Hayes, by the way, man. Native Land Dispensary and Smoke Shop, you heard?
Owner.
We get it in.
Owner.
Right?
Not no. I mean, not
from the
nothing
ground
wrong.
up.
Yeah,
you
real
heard?
owner.
From the ground up, man. We
real
I told
bosses
them,
out here.
Only competition in the streets. I don't care about the dispensaries, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we do. But Neo, that's my God, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
gonna bring him out by our way,
Yeah,
man.
we coming out. We
You're
coming out.
Long Island, man.
Yes, sir.
God,
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey,
What's up, man? We out here. All Flowers, New York City.
Yes, sir.
Just want to
Oh, my
say,
God.
you got to get out here. You got to make that money. Go from legacy to legal. This is where the real money's at. I was trapping for 10 years. This is where the real money's at. I'm going to be launching my brand in a month. Tony's curated collection. I'm working with a bunch of manufacturers pushing their product. Get in the legal game.
Man, if he's out here, what's your excuse, man? There's no excuse. You got to get up off your ass and make this money, man. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Thank you.
Man, recap, man. They got the characters out, Neo. What the fuck?
You look mad familiar, bro.
Instagram?
You be doing like the content about the trapping with LMC and shit? Bro, that's fucking fire, bro.
Appreciate you,
Tall
man.
as fuck, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, man.
I've fucking been following you guys for a minute. Ever since you guys first started doing that shit, followed you, see you fucking go off.
Man, appreciate you. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah.
Can I give you something?
Yeah. This hella characters. Trail, Spider-Man.
Oh, what's the vibes?
How you feeling?
Yo, Saab, Bow, Batman Kate.
Hey, we need some words from the trap, man.
Listen, words from the trap. Get your fucking money up. Stop watching face. Stop hating on other grown-ass men. If you're a grown-ass man, hating on another grown-ass man, that's kind of ayo. It's ayo. Yo, look what he do. You're ayo.
Do you think some people need to give up trapping?
Yeah, stop trapping.
What's the requirement that you should make?
Yo, bro, look at that big ass chain on, gang. That shit heavy. Damn. You see that shit? Nah, he trapping. That shit was heavy. Right there. Yo, hold this in the thing. Yo, look at this, bro. Yo, look at that chain, bro.
What's up?
I ain't gonna lie, yo, bro.
Listen,
that
man.
chain is crazy.
What's going on, man?
Yo, we outside in New York City.
Outside,
at
bro.
Hall of Flowers.
Hello.
And he got the best chain.
Listen, it's that drip shit, man. Zizzle NYC.
You know what's going on, man?
Hello.
Real ice. Hey, that's real ice.
See that? Look at that chain.
Hello.
Oh, chill.
Hello.
There's a lot of shit going on, man.
We outside.
Listen, man.
Hello.
Do a lot of folks need to quit trapping?
Stop trapping. If you're trapping, jumping, close that shit down. It's clip. You selling trash. Nobody wants it.
Miss?
We outside. chopping that? Nah, man. 420, this is what do. You wear a motherfucking Sizzler, you get your chain right. It's not some way to damn.
Yo, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Hello, we outside. Shimmy. Yeah.
Shimmy, shimmy. Heavy hitter.
Antonio. Okay, man. Yeah, appreciate you.
I see your eyes. I was like, I know.
Oh, okay. Appreciate you. I'll watch all that. Because you one of the few that got it. You know how many people asked for the hat?
Exclusive. It's exclusive.
Yeah, for now.
For now. Yo, I love it. It's good.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. I'm good.
Man.
Closing day, man. How was it?
Hey, man, the love is genuine, man. See, that's what happens when you put in the work, when you put your best foot forward, when you put positive thoughts into the world, what do you think comes back? Positive things. So this goes out to everybody. Whatever you want to do, man, you could do it in this world, bro. You just got to get up off your ass. You got to stop making excuses. You got to grind like there's no tomorrow. You got the same 24 hours that everybody else got. It's all about what the fuck you going to do with it, man. I'm out, man.